Alright, what is going on, guys? Spiteful is back again, coming at you with a different video. Now, I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, actually, but I figure, you know what, lately I've been spending so much on fragrances, just in general. Like, I bought this Jimmy Choo, I bought Shalimar, for my grandma. I've recently bought Shalimar for my mom, so I already know that it's a really good scent. But, I'm going to go over the top 10 scents that I have. Now, I will leave a disclaimer. This is completely my opinion. This is based on like compliments that I get or just something that I like smelling on myself. Um, I also don't particularly care too much for the designer fragrances that are way too basic. So, for example, I feel like a perfect example. I have this like L'Homme, Yves Saint Laurent, Acqua di Gio, Profumo. Don't get me wrong, I like these scents a lot, and I'll randomly I'll put them on. I just recently got Profumo. Now I did buy Mont Blanc Legend, and that's like another one. I didn't even bring that up because I don't even keep it here. I literally just bought it, and I already put it in my too basic for me to actually really want to wear, which is kind of sad, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But I feel like they're way too safe, if that makes sense. I feel it's way too safe. There's no real innovation. It's just, let's just slap these things that we already know are going to smell good and then just put it together. And that's, to me, it feels lazy and it doesn't feel memorable, right? Like something, especially when it comes to the fragrances that I'm going to show you, are the fragrances that literally stood out, and I can just be like, it's like, oh, I know what you're wearing. Oh, this, you're wearing this, you're wearing this. You know what I'm saying? Now, Acqua di Gio is definitely very recognizable. Just for me, it just smells kind of like the Yves Saint Laurent's like, honestly, Acqua di Gio and Yves Saint Laurent almost all smell very similar in the way that they're made and just the straight up notes that they have. I'm not saying that those two literally smell the same, but I'm saying like the general broad stuff that you'll find at Macy's is pretty similar. You know what I'm saying? So, getting into it, for example, like this one's a perfect example. Like Fahrenheit. I like the smell. I do not like this smell on me. I actually put like 3 sprays, left the house, and I'm like, this is making me a little nauseous because I honestly I put way too much. But something like this, like even though it's like obviously it's what is it called? It's obviously it's designer with Dior, but honestly it has like a different take. It's very risky in my opinion in the way that it smells, and honestly the design of it is really cool, and I like the scent. I just don't like too much on me. 1 to 2 sprays should be enough, and then after that is a little overkill for me. So I learned my lesson on that. But all right, getting into it now. These are not in a complete particular order. For those that know me, like I'm gonna go over Aventis last, and come on, basic bitch Spite over here with his fucking expensive ass colognes. Okay, so getting into number 10, we're gonna go with Creed Miocene Imperial. This was actually my first Creed, and this was actually my first expensive purchase in terms of fragrances. Back in the day, I would literally buy Obsession by Calvin Klein simply because it was cheap, it was really strong, and it just lasted forever on my skin. And even though my sister and my brother and probably my mom absolutely detested it, because every time I put it on when I was on my way to church, they would always be like, "You put too much. How could you do this?" It's like, oh my god, let me open a window. I'm just like, it was 1 spray. Calm down. Like, it's not that deep. But honestly, the smell of it, like the base notes, actually smell really good. It's just the spice of the opening is really strong. Now, going into Miocene Imperial, this one is more, I feel like it's more of a male scent. They say that it's unisex, but honestly, oh man, it's so strong. But first off, the projection on this is absolutely insane. It lasts literally forever. Like, I can take a shower, and as long as I don't like profusely scrub the specific area where I put it on, I'll usually be able to smell it on myself even in the morning. So this easily lasts like 12, 13 hours on my skin, which is kind of busted. And as you can see, I don't really have much left, which is the main reason that I don't use this as much as I definitely don't use this as much as I used to. I used to use this literally every day, and now I use this maybe once every 3 months. Just because I have like a bunch of other fragrances, which you'll see in a bit. Okay, so second on this list, number 9, I have Dior Homme Eau for Men, and the main reason that I like this, it's very flowery. but with like a touch of leather, it's like even though it's very flowery, it's very masculine. Like it's very obviously masculine, and I just loved it. Like I immediately fell in love with it. I'm just like, what is that? What is that? Fortunately, my aunt couldn't take it with her, and she's coming. Like she couldn't take it to El Salvador because of the plane checking and stuff like that, and they would honestly, customs in El Salvador are so bad they probably would have stole it anyways. So she just left it here, and I'm hoping that she doesn't remember and take it with her when she leaves. So that's Dior Eau for Men. This one is a yellowish juice. They do have an Eau for Men, which is a blue juice, but I don't know what that smells like. Now this one is very strong. It's very spicy. The top notes are grapefruit and orange, but I don't think I really smell that too much. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I smell I guess if you're told what it smells like. But yeah, Terre d'Hermès. I love this scent. It took me literally like 6 years to like actually buy a bottle because this is pretty expensive. But this lasts a good 7 to 8 hours on my skin. I haven't really bathed after and then like tried to see if it would last forever, but usually I'll put it on in the morning. It's a strong scent. Definitely projects very well. And like a lot of the fragrances that I put on this list are usually ones that, like I said, are memorable or have gotten me compliments. So yeah, there's that. So this next one is Invictus from Paco Rabanne, and if I even pronounce that properly. Now this is a funny story because. Yeah, so my brother was just wearing this one day, and I smelled it. I'm like, damn, dude, what is that? And my brother literally looks at me. He's like, yo, catch. And he literally tossed me an entirely new bottle. So this kid literally had like a half-empty used bottle of this, and literally bought a brand new bottle because he already knew that he was gonna get another one. And I think that it might have been near my birthday or near Christmas or something like that. My birthday is November 16th, so it's around that time that he's just like, I was going to get you something anyways, you can take this. And honestly, as you can see, I've used like half the bottle, and if you've seen my cologne collection, using half a bottle is actually kind of a lot. And I try not to spam this either because I don't want this to run out. So yeah, that's Invictus. The bottle, it looks very alpha as well. It's like looks like a crown made of silver. And you can't afford gold. That's me right there. Now this one is actually a new scent, and what's funny is I was in Flushing, Queens, and I bought the fake version. Right, this shit was like $10, and I'm like, you know what? One of the other ones smells similar. Like this will smell similar. It's probably like half cologne, half urine. You know, but I mean This fake one, it smells okay. I mean, it smells pretty good. Honestly, these fake colognes actually smell pretty good sometimes. But yeah, but it doesn't last for shit. This thing lasts like literally like maybe like 20 minutes and then it's completely gone. So my brother, he sees this bottle and he has this cologne, and he goes, that does not smell anything like the real one. And I'm like, oh, word? And he's like, yeah. So he like runs all the way upstairs, comes back downstairs. He's like, here, smell the real one. So, yeah, so this is Eros by Versace. This one actually took me quite a while to get, and the top notes are mint, green apple, and lemon. Yeah, and after a while, you can smell, like, the vanilla and the vetiver at the bottom, like the base notes, which is really good. So, like, it just smells sweet all day long. And this one actually lasts pretty good on my skin. I think this lasts, 6 to 7 hours. It projects fairly well. I haven't really gotten any compliments on it, but every time that, like, I'm driving and stuff like that and I have this on, and like I can smell it on myself, I'm just like, this smells good. I'm like, what was I wearing again? Oh yeah. And then I have people in the comments. So yo, shout out to you guys in the community posts that were recommending me Versace Eros, because I've been meaning to pick it up. I just needed a good excuse to. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but you could already see that I'm like hitting this. I literally got this like a week, I got this a couple days after Black Friday. So like Cyber Monday is when I purchased it. So I got it like Wednesday. So I've had this for literally like 1 week. Number 5 on the list. Now this I'm trying not to catch feels. Now this cologne was given to my dad by my sister. And this is a small 1 million by Paco Rabanne. My dad didn't really use colognes too often. Yeah, so you can see like the bottle's like half empty. I used to use this quite often, but I didn't want to just use this because for those that don't know, my father passed away, And I really did, like, this is, after my dad passed, I think like a week went by. And I was going through, like, his stuff, trying to figure out what to keep and stuff like that. And I talked to my sister, and I'm like, Laura, you mind if I have this? Because, like, my sister gave it to him. And she's like, of course. Like, it's like, what the hell? We're going to waste it? It's cologne, right? But for me, I don't know. This holds a special place in my heart. And when my dad actually had it, I used to use it. And it smells really good. Like I said, I haven't really used it. Yeah, you could definitely smell the mint. The one thing that I hate about colognes is, like, unless I know what the top notes are, I don't know what the top notes are. I just know, like, ooh, that opening smells good. I like that. That does smell good. And yeah, so, like, after a while, you could smell the amber in it. And yeah, so, like, amber, patchouli, caramel, cinnamon, ambergris, musk, and lavender. Like, those are, like, my favorite types of base notes because they just sit well on my skin, and they last for a relatively long time. Obviously, I prefer Parfum over Eau de Toilette, and that way, like, I'd rather it last long than just, like, skimp out and then potentially have something that is pretty much useless, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really need a lot of Parfum. That stuff will literally last you, like, for the most part, all day long. And if you go the Eau de Toilette, if I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, you're gonna have to spray it on your clothes and stuff like that. And if you wear one scent, then spraying it on your clothes is not a bad idea, because you'll literally smell like it forever, pretty much. Like, I used to take Aventis and literally put this inside my entire cabinets, so that my entire outfit, sorry for the noise, so that my entire outfit, or my entire cabinet, all my clothes would literally just reek of Aventis. It was good times. It was good times. But yeah. So this next one on the list is actually relatively new to my collection, and it stemmed from the fact that Musk Ravageur is incredibly expensive. Now, Musk Ravageur goes for like $250 a bottle, which I was not really willing to shell out for. Like, the only bottle that I would spend more than like $200 on right now is probably Aventis, which I did pick up a new bottle, which is, honestly, I probably should have just got the Flacon, but whatever. So this is L'Herbolario Mehadis. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But I imported this from Bulgaria off eBay. I actually thought this was fake, but it smells so amazing. Now, this one actually has, like, the top notes are bergamot, cinnamon, and it says here orange and rose. I get the bergamot, I get the cinnamon, and I also get the patchouli and the cedarwood. But the base notes on this are vanilla, amber, and it says here moss. But for the most part, I smell like the cinnamon, the vanilla, the amber. And when I'm, like, going to sleep, I'll literally just spray this on myself just so that I could, like, be like, yeah, that shit will put me to sleep. And this shit smells literally of sex. Like, if me and, you know, let me let me not go into my sex life. But yeah, I'll put that on if I'm, like, trying to put someone in the mood, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's that. Okay, so getting into my last three, right? Now, my last three are probably my favorites, and I try so hard not to waste them because they are literally, like, currently my favorites. One of them is newer to my collection. I've had it for about like 3 to 4 months, and I use it, like, very sparingly, but I try not to waste it, which we'll get into that in a second. So, third on the list. And this one is probably my favorite scent to smell, but it does not perform at all for me. Like, for some people, this will last literally all day. This is Creed Virgin Island Water. To some people, this will literally last all day, but for me, it lasts like 3 hours, and it pisses me off so much because it smells so damn good. You get, like, the lime. You literally feel like you're, like, sniffing on a pina colada. Like, it's so freaking good. The top notes are orange. Mandarin, coconut toddy, whatever the hell that means. Lime, bergamot, and copra. The bottom, the base notes are white rum, sugarcane, and musk, which it smells just so fucking good. Like, I love this. I love this scent. It literally smells like a lime margarita, and it's like one of my favorite scents. As you can see, I've used like half the bottle, And this is after I started growing my collection. So this is, I actually use this quite a lot. I try not to use it as much anymore because, like I said, it doesn't last for shit. If I'm going out to like a party or something like that, and I know I'm gonna only be out for like a couple hours, I'll usually put that on. And this is more like a summer fragrance. I usually wear this more during like the summer. I'll wear it to church or something like that. It does project well, it just doesn't perform well. It doesn't last for shit for me, anyways. So this one's a fairly new scent to my collection. I've had this for about 3 to 4 months, and I got this, I think, like a week before me and Sharky actually met up. For those that don't know Sharky, she's my girlfriend. So, and I picked this one up, and I picked up the female version. And the female version it's interesting because this one is like coffee and caramel, whereas Sharky's it's chocolate and caramel. And I think that this one has chocolate in it, but the coffee is really overpowering. But it just smells so good, and it literally just smells so good. It reminds me of Dark Temptation from Axe, and the reason that I say that is because when that came out for Axe, it was like so new, and I'm like I literally bought it, and I'm like this is so good, but it didn't last for shit. And it smelled good, but it just doesn't last for anything. And this literally lasts for like a good 7 to 8 hours. The bottom is literally like chocolate, vanilla, musk, and it says here, patchouli, sandalwood, vanilla, musk. Yeah, and what I love about this is since it's like coffee, it's incredibly overpowering. Like this will overpower your friends. So if your friends are wearing like cologne and stuff like that, you're the one that's gonna stand out. This, along with Miasim Imperial and the Meharis, Terre de Hermes, Versace Eros, those will literally like make you stand out. For sure, 100%, those will make you stand out. Now, my last one. All right, and we're finally up to the last one. Now, this one is by far my favorite scent, and this is actually... this is going to be so basic. But this is the scent that actually got me into, like, colognes and parfums to begin with. Like, this is the scent that got me into fragrances to begin with. Even when I didn't own this, I started picking up fragrances because of this. I picked this bottle up for $180, and now these bottles, because this is a 4-ounce bottle, go for like $550, which is absolutely ridiculous, and you shouldn't pay that much money for it. If anything, if you can get somebody to like split like an entire flacon, like just like split that into thirds, then you could probably get the most bang for your buck. Because this is one of the scents that you're most likely gonna like it. No matter who you are, you're gonna like this. This is a very overpowering scent. The first time I wore this, I put on one spray on my neck. I walked into the bank, and from literally like I want to say the distance of an entire block, the teller literally smelled me. As I got up to the counter, I went up to him. I said, I put in my card just to like deposit some checks. And he's like, is that you with the cologne? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh damn, dude, I smelled that literally from the moment you entered the room. Like, and I could tell by the way that he looked, he was not joking. And he liked the scent. It wasn't like, oh my god, and my nose is burning. No, this is so good. Now, the opening is pineapple, black currant, and what was the last one? It's like pineapple, I think it's apple, and then black currant. And it has like a smokiness to it, so it's literally like smoked pineapples. This one's not really a pineapple bomb, and by that, some of them... God, Aventis, why you have to be so stupid? Now, Aventis is one of the most... controversial scents. One of the most controversial scents because they're batches. Like colognes are made in like a big batch, like a vat, right? And each batch smells different. There's no consistency in these Aventis. So I plan on making a video on the difference between this bottle and my new bottle, because I have a new bottle. It's still actually it's in the packaging. I don't know if you can see this. You can see my mess of a room. I've been purchasing way too much crap. Yeah, so damn, dude. Now, this is, like, by far the most alpha scent you could possibly get. You do not want to be a beta. You cannot be a beta and wear this. Like, if you are a beta and you wear this, or if you're a Charlie and you wear this, you are immediately an alpha. Like, deadass. Like, facts. Now, this scent is... Oh, my God, it's so good. Like, you even have Napoleon Bonaparte on the freaking art. Look at that. This just tells you that you're ready to rape and pillage the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like the 2 games of the fragrance community. You know what I'm saying? Now it says here, let me see if I go into the notes. It says black currant, Italian bergamot, French apples, and pineapple top notes. Okay. And the heart notes are jasmine, patchouli, dry birch, rose. You can smell the ambergris after this settles. I'm not even going to bother spraying it because you could just smell it so good. And then you have musk, oak moss, and vanilla in the dry down. I don't really smell too much of the vanilla, but I'm guessing that it has to do with all the stuff being put together, especially with the ambergris. Ambergris is incredibly overpowering in terms of like the scent. Now, there's this review that honestly is the funniest review I've ever read in my entire life. So I'm gonna bring this up for you guys just so you can see what the hell I'm talking about. Let me zoom in so that you don't have to. What do you call it? Here we go. Ah, Aventis, the scent trail of an alpha male among betas and omegas stalking his territory in a late-stage capitalism society which confuses merit with equity, exalting career criminals as business leaders and decrees empathy as a vestige of weakness to be bred out like a recessive gene. The marketing campaign of the fragrance itself places the notorious Napoleon Bonaparte at its center. A chauvinist and narcissist who is literally the poster child for a complex meant to diagnose insecurity in men. I love that. And indeed, Aventis 2010 targets that very same insecurity in its market, and almost a wonder drug made to cure it. The unforeseen consequence for this is Creed pulling in customers from way below the pay grade of their ideal clientele, which has made Aventis borderline mainstream, or about as mainstream as a $500 MSRP men's fragrance can get, which has led to a slew of low-cost clones and a robust decanting market. You remember what I'm telling you? Like, you're better off just getting like a flacon and just splitting it with a bunch of friends. That way you can actually get the same amount. Let's see, here it is. Where was he? Willing to sell little chips off of large commercial-sized urns, Creed makes knowingly for resellers. Like, that's absolutely unnecessary, bro. If you go on eBay right now, you'll see these bottles for Creed Aventis, the empty bottle for $50 because it's a collector's item at this point, which is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. Here we go. Factor in all the seemingly intentional batch fluctuation, poor quality control in my opinion. I can agree with that. Though I wish that mine had more pineapple to it, to be honest. And a whole new hysteria of finding the perfect version of the already perfect man juice is manifest. See, that is so true. So like there's batches that are literally like well known. So if I go to eBay, give me one sec, I'll pull it up. So if I go to eBay, you'll see like people will literally type creamy pineapple, authentic, and then pineapple. Now where's I looked up pineapple bomb because some people are literally like, it's a pineapple bomb. One of the last great pineapple batches. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, people go really ham for this kind of shit. Like, it's crazy. Now, seeing working stiffs going off the psychological deep end in their quest for the biggest deus ex machina to use in their socio-economic conquest of each other. Wow, that's some heavy shit, man. Aventis is far too fair and pretty a scent to be aligned with such toxic masculinity culture as its marketing has fostered, which may also be a part of its appeal to me. Its tragic beauty caught in the throes of its own misgivings, carried off by the demons its very existence summons, leaving those who smell it unawares to be captivated whilst blissfully ignorant of its notoriety. And that is so true. This scent is like so controversial in like the fragrance community. It's insane. And I'm not really part of the fragrance community like that, but I do watch some YouTubers and stuff like that. And yeah, so Aventis actually feels like it benefits from being a distinctive fruity floral scent in an age of aquatics or scratchy woods. And that's so true because the main thing that I love about this is that it's fruity, but it's also incredibly it's also incredibly masculine. Like, it's literally like very smoky. The musk, you can clearly smell that it's made for men. And then on top of that, it's just one of those scents that projects. It lasts forever. It literally lasts forever. This thing will literally last 24 hours on my skin. which is why I'm incredibly worried about this last bottle that I bought, because I know what this one does. I'm scared to know what that one does. Like I said, it's that bottle's still completely sealed. But yeah, I mean, those are pretty much my scents. So let me see this. I totally understand why folks love this so fervently, as the next nearest thing to something so unique yet so comfortably familiar was Curve for Men. And that stuff also had its own army of acolytes for the better part of a decade too. They just all drove beat up Chevys and old Toyotas instead of BMWs and Teslas. Good stuff. Totally undeserving of its hype and still too much for what it is, but at least earning a thumbs up from me. I do absolutely agree that it's incredibly overhyped and incredibly overpriced as well. That being said, it's still one of my favorite scents to this day, and I will always do my best to at least have it somewhere in my collection. And I guess I will leave it at that. Do me a favor, if you actually made it to the end of this video, let me know what your favorite scents are. Give me like your top 3. I'm always in the mood to collect, to be honest. Like I said, I've spent so much money in the last like month. It's absolutely insane. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all know this, guys. Grind on, catch me up, hit me up, stay blessed. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And like I said, leave a comment. Let me know what your top 3 favorite fragrances to wear. Which ones work best for you, and why? Actually, yeah, and why. I'm always interested. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Subscribe to PewDiePie.